Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica, and today I have my update for Throwback 30. Things are going to look a little bit off because things got moved, and if I seem a little out of it, it is because I am a little bit out of it today. I was originally planning on doing my all of the makeup things that I'm currently panning, but I don't have the bandwidth to do it today. I was in a car accident yesterday and spent quite a bit of time in the hospital, and I'm on muscle relaxers today, so I'm fine, but I'm just a little out of it. So I am going to do an easy update because that is all I have the energy and the bandwidth to do today. So Throwback 30 is going to be today. Hopefully I will feel up to doing my currently all the makeup I'm currently panning tomorrow. Fingers crossed that I can do that, but let's just do this one and get it out of the way. So if you're not familiar with this project, it is within the Fantastic Ladies collabs. I created this because I want to do all the projects all the time. I can't do it. One head of hair, one face, one body, 10 fingers, 10 toes, the usual stuff. And yeah, I want to do the projects. I just can't do it. So I decided to create this project of 30 projects that are within the Fantastic Ladies collabs group, whether they're current or past. And we just do one prompt from each one of those projects and have some fun with it. So that's what this is all about. There is going to be a clickable link to a spreadsheet that has everyone that has joined into this project. And I think that is everything. So without further ado, let's get into this update. All right, I have one rollout. Finally, I have a rollout, and it is for same pan last year. And I chose Cinco de Mayo, which is use a 5-pan palette 5 times. I finally got my 5th use on this. It is the ColourPop Cashmere Forever palette, and it is very pretty. And it is, one of my favorite shades to wear on my eyes. Of course, I'm like super neutral today because we're going easy today. So yeah, my first and only rollout of the year. So I still got 29 to go. But I'm going to talk about some of the ones that I do have some progress on. So the first one is for 50 Shades of Brown, and that is the Sephora 12-Hour Intense Ink Felt Liner in Espresso. I brought this in for 25 uses. I've used it 9 times already. I am currently wearing it. Actually, this would make my 10th use. I forgot to mark it, but let me do that real quick before I forget. So 10 out of 25 uses on that one. Next is going to be 50 Shades of Purple. I've got this big thing right here. It is scented lavender, and it is ever so slightly purple in here. It is just a body spray. I'm attempting to finish this year, or not this year, in this project. And you can kind of see where my lines are. Of course, I'm holding it crooked, but that's just the story of my life. So very slow progress. I'm really hoping to get that done by the finale. And if I continue to keep making progress on it, fingers crossed, I might be able to make that happen. All right, let's move on to Beauty A to Z. I did the random letter generator. I got G. So I went with the Sally Hansen Gel Cuticle Remover. And of course it was laying on its side, but I did mark it before I laid it on its side. So I went from the purple down to the blue. Definitely think this is going to be easy to get done. I probably will have it done before the end of this calendar year, so well before the finale in July. So, there is that one. I feel a hair has jumped out of my head. Of course it has. Budget Beauty, so that's anything that is like drugstore, very budget friendly, so to speak. And I chose the Milani Illuminating Face Powder. I'm attempting to finish it. I finally hit pan. I'm so excited on that. Hopefully you can see that I have a huge dip right here. And I think when I repressed it, or actually I didn't repress it, I blended all of the shades together. More hairs. It must have just pressed in weird clumps because, it's odd pan. But I did hit pan, so there's that. And I'm just hoping to continue to spread that pan with, every time I use it. All right, let's go to the next one, which would be Lip Service. And I am working on the Buxom Powerful Plump Balm in Flushed. This is what she looks like. I have this in for 25 uses, and I've gotten 7 uses on it so far. Okay, I still have another hair that is driving me crazy. Not a very far drive. So 7 of 25 uses. I'm just going to continue to work on that one. I don't think that one's going to be a problem at all. Let me scroll down. I've got 2 more that I'm going to talk about. So that 70s pan, and I chose lava lamps. That's something that's liquid or neon. And I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and mine is in 034 Medium Beige for 25 uses. I've used it 12 times already. Today is not one of those days. I'm not wearing any foundation, just powder on my face. And I don't think I'm going to finish it when I hit the 25th use, but it's going to be well loved because I'm at like this area right now. So 12 more uses, I'm going to be well over halfway done with this one, which is kind of cool. Which means if I can hit those 25 uses before the end of this calendar year, then I will probably end up putting that into a project next year in order to finish it. I don't think it's my absolute oldest foundation, but it might be. If it's not the absolute oldest, it is probably like the second oldest. So it would be nice to get that one used up. All right, and the very last one is That's Expensive. And I brought in the Calvin Klein Eternity Perfume. I love it. I love this one so much. This one I brought in for 10 uses because I'm working on a lot of fragrance this year. Like, seriously, a lot of fragrances. And of 10 uses, I've already gotten 6. That's how much I like this one. And I'm going to be sad when I have to roll it out because it reminds me of my mom. But all good things must come to an end at some point. So I do think within the next month or 2, that one is going to be a rollout. But that is everything for this update. Like I said, I've gotten 2 done because I've had 1 before. So I have 28 more to go. Clearly, me being on muscle relaxers is not good for my gray matter up here. My thinker's not thinking so well today. But 2 of 30 done, and some good progress on some other things. So I do think I could potentially have a good year. I'm sure I will hit better than 50% on this one. Because, yeah, I'm looking over some things, and I definitely think it's going to happen. I'm thinking this is probably, I know it's early yet, but I think this is probably going to be like a 50 to 75% success rate on this one, which that's good. I always aim for 50% as an absolute minimum. Anything above that to me is bonus. And I'm still using my stuff even if I don't reach my goal. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to be doing all right with this one. Lots of things that I haven't touched, but that is because it's usually the eyeshadow. So I'm working on so many eyeshadows to try to finish this year. And I know I have until July 28th of next year. And I totally did not give you the dates now that I say that. So I know I have time for the eyeshadows in this project. And the dates, because I didn't give them to you in the beginning. July 28th of this year goes till July 28th of next year. And then we will vote in the group for the next round. We'll put a whole list of a whole list of projects for people to vote on, and the top 30 vote getters will go on to the next round. So that is everything for this update. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.